This will be the last game of the night. Trying to get this season going, get it all caught up, and be where we're supposed to be at. I'm not going to sit there and fast simulate it, but, you know, I want you guys to kick back and enjoy the game. Oh, and I just advanced it. Well, that was brilliant. So I guess we're going to start the season tonight. Or no, yeah, we will start this right now. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. 83 versus 82. I forgot to do something real quick. All right. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Right,
fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20.
So you'll have a good
evening. 23-yard
over with.
Now here come the Saints about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
It was terrible to see Jameis Winston suffer his torn ACL last season because he had the Saints rolling in his first year running the show in New Orleans. They went 5-2 in his starts, and they were just 4-6 after he was injured. And how about this? He only threw 3 interceptions, really addressing the big concern people had from his time as a starter in Tampa. New Orleans, they plan to roll with him for a second season and hope that last year's performance will carry over in a full season.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back. And he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense look you're willing to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Winston. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They just keep marching right along. First down on the pickup of 8 there.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Herbert on third down now. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. On first down, it's Herbert. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's second and 4. It's Eckler again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Eckler. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Kamara up the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the option, here's Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday, September 8th, that's when it all gets going. The defending champs, LA Rams, hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great matchups on that Sunday as well. Kansas City and Arizona, Raiders and the Chargers, and on Sunday night, Tom Brady, yeah, he's back, and his Bucs are heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. On 2nd and 7, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
46-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation, I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On 2nd down, Kamara. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got it to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And this is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have a football with him at all times.
At the 19-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So still 14 yards to go, second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Chargers. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. It's Williams on the catch. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Herbert back to the air. And that'll be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Herbert on first down now. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Allen. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 40 now on second down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Looking to throw. Herbert going deep here for Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, 40 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Saints.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain.
Winston.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
J.C. Jackson there defensively.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now Eckler. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Winston. And that is incomplete. There comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way we could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
They'll run here with Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 2.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Herbert on 3rd down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
It's 2nd down and goal.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
76 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And he floated one out there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chris Rumph with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a look at the backup, Daniel. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Dalton, 1st and 10. That's taken in by Callaway. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. There's Chris Olave. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Dalton. Got an open man. It's Olave. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Dalton now to pass. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. This will be Dalton again. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. On the check down, it's Ingram. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're running. Ingram. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Daniel. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And some room to run now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Daniel.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the former UCLA Bruin, this is Joshua Kelly.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, they run it with Spiller. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Daniel on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Third down from the gun. Dalton. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So will no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Looking for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
2nd and 6. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Kelly on 4th down. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 12. 20 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Dalton. He completes it to Olave.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And
Look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
Alright, I am still here somewhat. Got caught watching the show, so that's why I've been like this for a while. So, let's see, franchise staff. What I really want to work on right now. So I'm going to get me ready for the league. We'll start sometime tomorrow. And our season begins. Alright, boys. Have a good night.